Hedonic adaptation, often referred to as the hedonic treadmill, is a key concept in happiness science that explains why people tend to return to a stable level of happiness despite significant changes in their lives, whether positive or negative. It suggests that while external circumstances can temporarily impact one's happiness, the effects are often short-lived because individuals adapt to these changes and return to their baseline level of well-being. This concept sheds light on how humans experience and process happiness over time and why achieving lasting happiness through external factors can be challenging. At the core of hedonic adaptation is the idea that each person has a set point for happiness, which is influenced by factors such as genetics, personality traits, and early life experiences. This baseline is the level of happiness people naturally tend to hover around. Research suggests that this set point accounts for approximately 50% of individual differences in happiness. While life events such as a promotion, marriage, or financial gain can temporarily elevate happiness, or negative events such as divorce or job loss can lower it, people generally return to their set point within months or years. This concept explains why some individuals seem inherently cheerful or resilient, while others may struggle to feel content even in favorable conditions. Hedonic adaptation is particularly evident in how people respond to positive events or gains in their lives. When something exciting or desirable happens, such as buying a new car, getting a pay raise, or starting a new relationship, individuals often experience a surge of happiness. However, over time, this boost tends to diminish as the novelty wears off. For example, studies on lottery winners show that their initial euphoria often fades within a year, with their happiness levels returning to pre-win baselines. This is because people adjust to their improved circumstances, and the new status quo becomes normalized, leading them to no longer derive the same level of joy from it. This phenomenon poses challenges for long-term happiness because it suggests that pursuing material gains or external achievements alone is unlikely to provide sustained increases in well-being. The more people chase happiness through external factors, the more they may find themselves running on a treadmill, needing to achieve more and more just to maintain the same level of happiness. Interestingly, hedonic adaptation also applies to negative life events. Although difficult experiences such as losing a loved one, suffering an injury, or experiencing a breakup can significantly lower happiness in the short term, most people eventually recover and return to their baseline level of happiness. For example, studies on individuals with spinal cord injuries have shown that while their happiness levels drop significantly after the injury, many report near baseline levels of well-being after a few years. This resilience is attributed to humans' ability to adapt to new realities, reframe experiences, and find meaning or acceptance over time. However, some factors can slow or prevent recovery from negative events. Chronic stress, lack of social support, or deeply traumatic experiences may lead to a long-term reduction in happiness levels for some individuals. Nonetheless, the general pattern observed is that people are remarkably capable of adjusting to adversity, which underscores the adaptable nature of human happiness. Hedonic adaptation helps explain why achieving goals or acquiring wealth does not necessarily lead to lasting happiness. People often believe that reaching milestones such as earning a degree, getting married, or buying a dream home will make them permanently happier. All these accomplishments can lead to temporary spikes in happiness. The effects are typically short-lived due to adaptation. As a result, people may find themselves perpetually striving for the next big thing in the hopes of achieving lasting happiness, only to discover that the satisfaction from each achievement fades over time. This cycle is metaphorically referred to as hedonic treadmill. One potential downside of this treadmill effect is that it can lead to dissatisfaction, as people may overestimate the impact of future achievements on their happiness and fail to appreciate their current circumstances. It also suggests that focusing solely on external markers or success such as wealth or status may not be an effective strategy for achieving sustained well-being. Although hedonic adaptation can limit the impact of external circumstances on happiness, research suggests there are ways to counteract it and sustain higher levels of well-being. One effective approach is to focus on activities and practices that foster intrinsic happiness rather than relying on external gains. These include gratitude. Regularly expressing gratitude for what one already has can help maintain a sense of appreciation and counteract the tendency to take things for granted. Variety and novelty. Introducing variety into life, such as trying new activities, traveling, or learning new skills, can prevent the monotony that leads to adaptation. Mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness and being present in the moment can enhance awareness and appreciation of positive experiences. Strong relationships. Building and nurturing meaningful relationships with family, friends, or partners can provide long-term sources of happiness that are less susceptible to adaptation. Pursuit of meaning. Engaging in activities that align with one's values and contribute to a sense of purpose, such as volunteering, creative expression, or personal growth, can lead to more lasting happiness. Hedonic adaptation highlights the dynamic and adaptable nature of human happiness, demonstrating how people adjust to changes in their circumstances over time. While this ability can provide resilience during negative events, it also challenges the pursuit of lasting happiness through external achievements or possessions. By understanding the mechanisms of hedonic adaptation, individuals can take deliberate steps to cultivate sustainable sources of well-being, such as gratitude, mindfulness, and meaningful relationships. Ultimately, true and lasting happiness may depend less on changing one's circumstances and more on changing one's mindset and approach to life.